basically from the angle of humanity, anything that concerns a child should concern all of us. We're all once a child, and then the onus is on us. As a matter of fact, constitutionally, every adult or every child the responsibility to care for them. Children first. Even during war, children first. And of course, there are so many treaties, so many rules, regulation, laws, bylaws that have been done on children, protecting children because they are innocent.
That's right.
We were all innocent. And the fact must be stated. Children, apart from the fact that they are the heritage of God, children are the foundation of any society. And how we raise children determine the kind of youth we have and the kind of adults we have. So my position is clear and loud. I am against any abuse, all forms of abuse, not to talk of abuse, molestation, rape that has to do with children. It is devilish, it is evil, it is antisocial, and it is not acceptable. So it is a clear point. I am not in support. And whoever has done anything against children, I will never be in support of the evil act against children. However, we have to understand one thing. Naturally, that is me. Secondly, I hold my senior colleague, first and foremost, the responsibility to give him that benefit of the doubt. Because I have not heard from him, there was no evidence then, and he hasn't been tried. It will be gross miscalculation and unnecessary conclusion to assume because somebody has accused him, I should just rush into judgment, knowing fully well that any actor or any celebrity that has been accused, even if it is just a slap, even if it is false accusation, it gets blown up. And that was the beginning. And when I saw it, it is reasonable for anybody to know that, okay, this is a very serious offense. I am concerned about the minor. But the fact remains that I must not be too emotional to understand that emotions can lead to misjudgment. It is only when you allow the rule of law to take its course. And this is Baba Ijesha. The last accusation we have of any actor is Baba Sube, in which I play a very key role. He is my direct boss. And if after a month plus, looking at how it all started with the first accusation with Baba Sube, and it ended up not guilty, no single pin, no single pint was found on him. For a month plus that he was held in incarceration, my brain should tell me that if somebody is being accused to another Baba, whatever in the movie industry, who is also a comedian, the onus is on me as a normal citizen, a careful citizen, in a careful society to calm down and allow for the due process of the law, since he has been arrested and investigation is going on. And that was what I quickly advised, because I have an NGO on human rights called Break the Silence Foundation. I choose to do human rights. I would have just said, let me do food or let me do children, those easy stuff. No NGO is easy, but everybody knows that human rights is the most difficult, because even if it is your father that is infringing on the right of the next person, you must not side your father. You must side on the victim. So you attempt to have enemies. I'm ready, I'm braced up for that. All I just want to do is, I want to be honest, I want to do the right thing by the next person, and ensure we all live in a very peaceful and serene society. That is what we all go abroad to enjoy. There is nothing we enjoy abroad other than that. They don't have good weather. They don't have, how many tourism centers are in the UK? But we go there almost every quarterly, because the fact that the last person will respect you, will treat you with dignity and respect. Even if you are accused, they will treat you like a human being. Until even if you are found guilty, your dignity will not be taken away from you, except what the law says. That is why we want to go there, because it makes you look like a human being. So that is my position. And so it is unfair for anybody to assume taking that kind of a position means you are unwisely supporting Baba Ijesha and what he did. They should be able to separate it. I will never support what he did. But I have a moral right to give him his support that he deserves to a large extent that will not compromise my stand and principle as a human rights activist. And that I have never breached. But because of social media, and because a lot of people, they brag about ignorance, they don't know anything, and they will tell you they know, and when you are joining issues with them online, offline, you'll be having this kind of misconception. But my positions are loud and clear. I am not in support of rape, when I'm not even mental. I have done so many things on molestation, child. I've been to Lagos State Home to do charity with them, to support the children. I have dedicated my life for the cause of humanity. I speak up when anybody is oppressed. So why would anybody think I will be happy anybody is being oppressed? I always think outside the box. And that is the only way we can take Nigeria to the next level. And that is why I am still talking. A lot of people are still not understanding.
Your colleague, Ijesha, has she seen reasons, with your position? Because all of this started last week. Between last week and now, does she have a clearer picture of where you're coming from now? Or both of you are still throwing fireworks?
Look, to be quite honest with you, prior to that event, the Yabo that I know, to what I know about her, to me, I don't know what she does behind. To me, she seems to be a very calm, reasonable person, very kind-hearted. She always even consults with me. She talks to me sometimes. Okay, so person has got. I had you're putting up so thing. This one has problem. How can I come in? I don't want my name to be mentioned outside. She will offer help. She can. She see me as somebody that will always want to know what is going on with people and know the true position. Then she will always help. And whatever she's not, that is who she is. But I was so shocked that this lady is just a phone call away from me and asked me, Yomi, why did you put up a post that we should allow the due course of the law before we judge? And why did you compare the case with Obasui? Because I have seen this thing. I have seen this video. I have seen confession. I know you haven't seen, that's why I said it. But it's horrible. She didn't do that. She just felt it's not necessary. Let me go out and bash Yomi. Perhaps because she's speaking from the angle of a pained victim and a mother. That is, I see sincerity in whatever anybody do. But when you go overboard, it becomes a serious melee. And immediately she eats me on social media. You've got a lot of following. You don't subject people to cyberbullying when you have not even taken time to allow them to know what is going on. And immediately she bashed me. People were beginning to tag me, blah, blah, blah. You are supporting this. You are a rape apologist. I take exception to such behavior. And she tried calling me. She called twice on WhatsApp. I didn't pick. And then I messaged her after I finished my call. I said, you're trying to call me. And then she was like, Yomi, blah, blah, blah. She made her position, why she was angry, blah, blah. I said, yeah, but with all due respect, I'm not living in your pocket. And I'm not living in your house. I don't know what you have seen. You should give your other colleagues the benefit of a doubt that they have not seen it. It's either you are up to something or you just feel everybody should see what you see and they should believe you. Whereas you have not communicated what you're seeing. You know, I said, okay, I'm sorry. I said, and she messaged me, said, I am sorry for subjecting you to cyberbullying. But the video was not just about you. It's about other colleagues that joined you in your position. I felt, well, it's your personal opinion. I thought it would end there. And then suddenly, was it second, third day? There was on the third day, the princess now did a video, gave account of the whole stuff, crying, and it gathered another massive reaction. And then she felt the need that let me eat. Let me join this train of a pain border. And then she came straight to my page and started attacking me and started comparing us together, that she's this and that and more than me, blah blah blah, and let's go. I'm like, we've already concluded, we've ironed this out. We've almost apologized to each other and we've moved on. Why the third day? Why did you come back again? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not ready to join issues with you. I'm still going to stand on my point that we should wait, allow the due process. Let the police come up with charges. Then we will know whether what he is being accused is true. Because the video we're talking about, it's not that we have seen it online and I dodge.
Yes.
It wasn't leaked online. It wasn't released online. Police said there was a video. I haven't seen it. Or Baba Ijesha himself gave account and I said, I am sorry I did it, forgive me. It's not that has happened and I choose not to talk. Or he went to trial and the judge explained to him where he was faulty. And then I still refused. That is when I placed or in between. There are options. But isolating my statements, stating that why should I demand for the video? Am I the one prosecuting Baba Ijesha? If I choose to see the video, I either go to Baba Ijesha, which video are they talking about, or I wait for his date in court. And if it is possible to play it, I'll see it. And I will explain. I said that fact that you have subjected me to close to 6,000 cyberbullying, abuses, curses for stating what is right for a normal human being, then it's because you're not informed. It's not that the video cannot be leaked online. I said anybody could have captured Baba Ijesha doing it with a minor or the young girl anywhere, and after recording it, like, who do I show this? The best place is social media. You won't blame the person for posting on social media. That is the only way the person thought that could help in getting justice for the young girl. So why on earth will you be assuming it was not come online? It was not. No. It is only the media that will not be careless with it. If the media wants to now throw it out, they will censor it. They will protect the child. They will change the name, cover the face, and then probably blur the face. So I now stated, and it became give back forth and back and forth stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to be doing this with this lady, because at the end of the day, she is just ranting, saying things that are not objective, and I don't want to join issues with her. And suddenly they turned to me because they heard that I have gone to visit Baba Ijesha. You don't do that to human being when you know the antecedents. I don't pray my friends or colleagues have problem, but because I know certainly that we're still working on the welfare of our association. Everybody is an entity. It is not easy for you to find somebody with stardom running for the other person when they are down. The kind of cooperation that is very, very peculiar is the one that will not even hurt them. The one that will not go with sacrifice. They can easily celebrate you. If it is party, they know nothing will happen to them. But immediately they feel, if I support you, there could be a stain to my name, or there could be spiritual attack. They will distance from you. But I don't want anybody to know that. So anytime I see such thing happening, I always have it at the back of my mind that I place myself as if I'm the only colleague, in case nobody actually showed up. That is my upbringing. That is what my mother did from the day one I begin to know who she was till she died. It's in the blood. It's not about fame. So I went there. I created time immediately, and I sought audience. Baba, I need to speak with him. And they told him. They said, "Okay, young FABIYI, it's not that we are close. He doesn't know where I live. I don't know where he lives. He hasn't shot my movie, been in my movie before for close to 18 years that I've been producing. He has never been in my movie. But I must respect that he's a colleague, because he has acted in movies that we have acted together. We have met abroad together, and he cared for me, I cared for him. We are one family, no matter what anybody says. And then I'm not like, I need to see him, and they brought him out. He saw me, he said, "Yomi, look at me." I said, "Sir, I want you to tell me in all honesty, did you rape the young girl?" Because I was having images on my head. I don't want to believe he's the one. I was like, "Can you tell me, did you rape?" He said, "Yomi, there was never a time I raped this lady. And this lady never said I raped her. I am not here. Ask the police, go and ask her." I said, "The police said you confessed to the crime. And then the headline says, Baba Ijesha, rape allegation. What is in the video they are talking about, and what crime did you confess to?" I said, "Yomi, they showed me a CCTV after they handled me. They came in, they started beating me, torturing me. I was like, what happened?" I said, and then they showed me the video. They said, "Come on." And they showed me CCTV. touching the girl. I said, how do you mean touching the girl? Amorously, he said, YOMI, I don't even know. They just beat me. I know I wasn't detailing what I was doing, but I know what I did was not right. Because Princess was angry. I said, you touched the girl. And she's 14-year-old. She said, I don't know her age. This girl is not doesn't look 14, but the fact remains that they started beating me. I'm like, why are you doing this? I don't want to die. I said, but you confessed. Then I have not even seen the confession. Yeah. And as I said, they were beating him the video. I said, okay, no problem. Can I see the video? Police officer. The police officer said, I can't see it. I said, sir, can you tell me in details what you did? He said, there is no way I can remember what I did. But I know I touched the girl. I kissed her hand and I said, you know what? Don't tell me what you did because you might be dodging and telling me just to save yourself. Sir, let me see the video. I'll wait for trial. But please, be sure you didn't do it. Because if you have done it, I will be so disappointed. I will not be happy with you for the rest of my life. He said, YOMI, I know. But please, the first thing I need is, I even need a lawyer. I said, has anybody come to visit you? He said, any of our colleagues? He said, no, only one person came. And it came on the instruction of Tampan President, which is the governor of Tampan in Lagos State, to ask for the situation of things. I said the governor, lady governor came. Said, yeah, she came and then she left us. I said, and I gave him some money. I did all like I said, let me know if you need the service of a lawyer. But I have somebody who's trying to get you a lawyer, one of our colleagues abroad. So I will speak to that person. You deserve to be heard. And I left. I said, I'll wait until I get a true picture. But because they heard that I was there, they now intense, they thought I wanted to get his bail, or I wanted to say they shouldn't try him. How will I say, police, what you have is not an evidence? I don't know what they've seen, I don't know what they have. Is it wrong for a colleague to want to know the true situation and use the moment of an early stage to show moral? I can't, there's no way anybody will say it. I am still on the side of the law, and I will never forsake anybody that I know that is good to me in time of trouble. I can't. I don't care the crime the person has committed, provided I will not support the crime you did. But I will not say that is the end of you. That is not a death sentence. You don't condemn human beings. And that doesn't mean I am still bitter that a young child is there. I am bitter than this because I want to know what it did to that person. All those talking on social media didn't even move an inch. I was concerned about the well-being of that girl. And I'm asking him. He said, I'm not a pedophile, YOMI. This girl looks like an adult to me. I don't know what came over me. I said, sir, let me just go. And I left. That was where the attack. And then Princess released the video. When she now released the video, she spoke about how the investigation was done, how the lady confessed to rape 7 years. Then it was at that moment, in that video, what Princess did, because they knew I've been to Ijesha or whatever, she now gave a report like, Ijesha did not have sex, but he only used key that year. The ladies, I'm like, what the heck? Key. 7 years. So it was a key Ijesha put that made the girl to start misbehaving in school, becoming a nympho. That's not even correlating. Something is going on. And I couldn't go back and ask, are you having an affair with Princess? Because I don't understand what's going on. I couldn't go back and ask. And I was beginning to like, wow. Is something fishy? Is somebody trying to bring anybody down? Whatever the case may be, I want to know. I went through the whole footage. I saw the whole process. How can a civilian take up this task? But I have not seen the CCTV. I am patient. That is an oral account. I am expecting that when the police see what you have done, they will interpret to you. When ignorance will land you in jail. And I was waiting patiently. So I'm not going to judge him yet. I will still reserve it until he pleads guilty and the entire process and the entire documentary evidence before the judge are accessed and re-evaluated. That was what I was waiting for. Until suddenly I saw the CCTV footage. I looked at this. My brother, people assume that when you complain first and you are trying to play victim, that should be the only direction the case should follow. Any issue that concerns children, there are specialists on them. And there are some people that are being paid salaries, that are trained locally, internationally, to take concerns of all the children in this state. If we truly want to live up to the status Lagos State thinks it is. Now I looked at it and said, we are in a serious, terrible time now. First and foremost, on no account should anybody use a child. How are you able to convince a child who actually told you that I have been molested, I have been abused? Because it's trauma. The child could just run into a closet and begin to cry for days. It could destabilize the child. If the picture you have painted to us is actually true, how are you able to convince an innocent child to submit a body again for such remolestation? Knowing fully well that, number one, immediately you do that, it is set up. It is a criminal offense. Every adult hold the child the responsibility that on no account should a known predator have access to that child again. If I know you are a sex predator, if you're a pedophile, and I know a child is there, I should use the last breath on me to ensure that you do not touch that child, and that child does not have access to you. I should spend the rest of my life, everything I have, to ensure that no, you must not take advantage of this child again. If you fail to do that, if you look away, if you pick any excuse whatsoever, all those excuses of I want to get evidence. Who asks for the evidence? Because there is no way a child will tell you that I have been defiled, messed up. It's a criminal proceeding. There is no way in the law that says if any crime has been done against you, now start looking for a way to defend yourself or to just find justice for yourself. No! You tell the police and they will follow through. Because there is no way you want to actually gather information, get justice, that you will not hurt and infringe on other people's rights. It might even go wrong. And now look at the footage. The millions of Nigerians are eulogizing. They were not thinking like you planned with a minor. The reason why we are having terrible youths complaining that we don't have good leaders is because our upbringing, our childhood is decay. Two adults will stand together, they will be concocting lies, knowing fully a child is there. You see American movies, if husband and wife wants to start having an argument, and Nigerians want to accept that as a new normal. If I am silent about it, curse be on me. I dare challenge any adult who keep quiet on this. Curse be on you. Children are in different hostels, schools. They will stay 3 months. If they are raped in the first month, they tell the teacher in the second month. Because a celebrity has experimented with a child and trusted on her, the teacher too will tell you, oh, boy, don't worry, I'll put the camera and go and submit your body again. We need to be gathering evidence. Who are you? Who gave you the authority to do that? Ignorance is not an excuse under the law. And now, the commissioner of police did not talk about it. With his level of experience and service, I was almost going to throw up. Director of Public Prosecution, the Attorney General in Nigeria. I want to believe that some people they are always on social media, they're not in library. If you stay very much time in library, you will get enlightened. You will read well. Not that you will spend time on social media looking for new pictures, clicking and doing. I am not in that. That is not my forte. And I'm beginning to talk in this direction. That if we want a better country, you want a society whereby look at all those children in England, America. Despite the fact there is no case of abuses. Everybody is paying attention. You must not have access. And I'm saying that the first mistake Princess made was to have involved the child in whatever investigation. I am not saying don't confront Baba Ijesha. Deed has been done 7 years. The biggest and the most experienced expert in the whole world cannot unravel what happened 7 years ago. Whatever happened today can never be connected. It's a waste of time. It is vendetta. People are afraid to speak the truth. You speak the truth, you die. You don't speak the truth, you're going to still get vanished away. But what legacy are you leaving for the next person? That is why I always tell people, control your hunger. It's a premeditated crime. You brainwash the child. The girl, like, I don't want to go through this, but if she talks, she might be stabbed and she might be beaten. And they might even place it in her head, we are doing it because of you. It still boils down to the fact that you are actually playing on the innocence of that child. No child should be made to go through that in Nigeria. If you accept that, Nigeria is going backward. Because no country will stand still. You either go forward or backward. If you accept that, you're going backward. That is my argument. The second one, from the CCTV footage, the Nigerians, the director of public prosecution, the commissioner of police will say, how can it be that it's the CCTV ended when you came in? When the girl ended when Baba Ijesha was touching the girl. Who controlled the CCTV? Because it's in the house. So it has been doctored. It must show you when you guys rushed in.
Yeah.
Definitely, they are trying to remove themselves because they know they have committed a crime. They begin to torture Baba Ijesha right before a minor. Sir, picture yourself beating your dog with sticks while your son or daughter is there. You have already indoctrinated her in the act of brutality. That is why everybody is bitter. That is why every home, they have actually not raised decent, polite, nice, upright people.
But does this take away the fact that Baba Ijesha committed a crime?
Now,
even with the CCTV footage.
Of course, the only way it will become,
considering it, you know, I'm not set up like you said.
Yeah. I'm not a judge.
Take anything away from.
I'm not a judge. Morally, it is extremely wrong. I am disappointed. I am disgusted. I am not in support. I am disappointed in him. That is not too much for me to say. It cost it. But the fact remains that whether the judge will admit it as evidence or not, but the adults know that this is a potential pedophile. They wanted it. They want to see a film of a pedophile because nobody asked it for it. Not the law, not the justice system, not the law enforcement asked for that process. I assume, because the court will tell you, where did I approve that you should go and do this investigation? So whoever has done that wants to see. And it's because the lady is not a child. If it is a child, it's not what she wants to see. Those people there, they are not interested in that girl. They have a plan, and that is for them to consume. But if truly you are the parents and you are bitter, you are angry, you will not wait to say I want to set trap. You will confront your oppressor. Baba Ijesha, what did you do to my daughter 7 years ago? My daughter said my daughter doesn't lie. I didn't raise a lie. Whether he denied or he didn't deny, but you know that will be the last time you will get close to my family. And that is it. And then you will tell the police. You will note it down. And those people, they will be on him. Police will be watching him. He will know. They won't preempt him. They won't set a trap for him. He will go into it willingly. You won't know it's under surveillance. That is the normal procedure. The fact that you were not there to protect your child then. Don't start saying I want to now look for evidence 7 years. I said it and I said it again. But Nigerians are not taking in that direction. They are thinking she's smart. Anybody can blackmail and set anybody up. And that is why it is a criminal offense to set anybody up. Because it will be difficult to juxtapose which one is real, which one is not real. So don't even go there. And which parent will subject the child to that? And you torture the child. You torture Baba Ijesha before the child. You imprison him. And you were even obtaining statements under duress. How will you feel if you are in a police station? A law enforcement officer, if anybody does that to you, it is a criminal offense. It will not be admitted under the court of law. I just shot a movie. You need to see how I methodologically did the interrogation. Because I have a mandate. These people think I'm just talking. Nothing is working in this country. How many South Africans have you seen coming to go to London, America? I want to do many jobs. They are in their country. Ghana is beginning to chase us away because they realize that we don't have values. They are chasing the country that has all the mineral resources in the world. What we don't have is our upbringing. Our background stinks. Anybody does anything with children. And that is why I'm saying we need to use this opportunity to start setting it up. The end game is Child Protection Law, Child Protection Act. We need to upgrade. We need to sensitize. We need to make people to understand that each homes becomes a state, becomes a country. So if you are not regarding children here, if you are abusing children here, sexual connection is not the only sexual abuse. This lady is trying to correct one crime. She has committed nothing less than 7 to 8 crimes. Now, the social services did not ask. You claim you adopted this child. What is the framework? What is the legal framework for the adoption? Who is the social worker assigned to you that did not know this girl was raped 7 years? Another interesting part is the girl actually confessed to being sexed, not by Baba Ijesha, but by somebody who is actually very closely related to Princess, who is in police custody. Nobody is talking about it.
She made that confession.
There is, quote me, except the police will lie, that somebody has been arrested because the girl confessed that Baba Ijesha did not sleep with me. The person that has been exploiting me sexually lives with us in the house, they're on my street, and they pick them and they are in party. So which justice system will look into the whole scenario and will now be focusing on what? It's the same law you are going to use for. If it is truly you want to use the law, not social media trial. If it is a law, it must be touching on all the adults in that footage to teach them that you thought you were doing yourself a good. Ignorance is not an excuse. You have committed 7, 8, 9 offenses. Go and face them. If they read your charges to you, whether you are guilty or not, go and defend yourself. Everybody is careless. A mother, a father wants to beat the wife, who will be beating them in front of the children. It's abuse. Let's seize this opportunity to correct that.